Hello, I'm going to cover happiness for you today. We know that happiness is typically characterized by positive or pleasant feelings. They can range from contentment to intense joy. It is apparent that emotions guide our mental state of well-being, but feeling happy also reflects our physical state as well. Happiness comes in many different forms and for many different reasons. This emotion can give you subsequent feelings that include pleasure, as in tasting one of your favorite foods, engagement, otherwise, life's flow, the action of taking on a enjoyable yet challenging task. Relationships, social ties have turned out to be a great indicator of happiness. Meaning, giving life purpose or perceived quest. And accomplishments. Having reached a tangible goal is always a great thing. These feelings stemming from happiness indicate the release of hormones in your brain. A happy brain, compared to a clinically depressed brain, shows a significant amount of difference in the activity levels that somebody's brain can have. I printed out a picture of a PET scan that was done on a clinically depressed brain. I believe that's on your left. And this is the regular happy brain, or normal, undepressed. It is clear that there's a lot more activity going on in this regular brain opposed to this medically, clinically depressed brain. And this is just one indicator of the physical being of happiness. Feeling happy throughout your life directly relates to one's overall quality of health. It can lend a positive outcome that, less desirable physical conditions, and also in major situations medically diagnosed with diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. It has been scientifically determined that we as humans have a 50-50 shot of being happy. This means that we have a shot of being happy, regardless of our circumstances, which only accounts for 10% of our ability to be happy. 50% of it is actually determined by our biological being, meaning that when we're born, 50% chance of being happy comes from our parents. 40% of that is directly affected by our state of well-being and our personal actions, personal thoughts, and personal behaviors. This is a wonderful thing because this means that happiness is a skill. You can build, and actually with consistent practice, you can be happy. How does happiness fit into your life? Happiness is a lifelong process, and the constant highs and lows that come with happiness throughout life can be the emotion that not only can be controlled, but also be adjusted and altered when needed. Some ways to improve and boost your levels of happiness include embracing how you're feeling in a negative situation, smiling more often. This often creates an infectious overall feeling of happiness. People tend to smile more when they see somebody else smiling. Be humble. Never take what you have for granted. Always appreciate what your current situation has to offer. Trying new things. Explore yourself and your limits. Let your spirit be free and just be. We have covered several emotions: sadness, stress, anger, grief, and happiness. When considering the various states of emotion, it is clear that our emotions regulate a variety of human characteristics. They have the undeniable effect on societies around the world. More importantly, though, the emotional state of mind is the very foundation of your physical well-being. That is why it is important to try to take your life in stride and always look to the better version of you that you aspire to be. I want to thank you for listening to our presentation and close this with one of my favorite quotes from Buddha. He says, quote, "If one speaks or acts with a pure mind, happiness is sure to follow like a shadow." I thank you for your time and look forward to seeing the rest of our class's presentations. Thank you and have a great week.